So we got some really interesting news. Some of you guys are gonna find this funny. Personally, I found this a little funny. Um, ESPN parted ways with Celtics legend Paul Pierce. I don't even need to tell you who Paul Pierce is. All right, he's a legend. He's a future Hall of Famer. We all know who the damn man is. For crying out loud. Don't even ask me who that guy is. I'll lose it. Nah, I'm kidding. But look, um, and the reason for ESPN firing Paul Pierce is actually rather fun. Personally, I found it funny. As a person, as an analyst, though, we gotta keep it professional. So ESPN fired Paul Pierce because Paul Pierce was on Instagram Live and he had strippers on his Instagram Live, and he was smoking cigars. But I don't think that's all that bad. You know, athletes smoke cigars and drink beer all the damn time, so that's not really a big deal. But the biggest deal is the fact that he had strippers on his Instagram Live. He's worked at ESPN ever since he retired from the league in the 2016-2017 season. He's been a main staple of the NBA Countdown and the Jump Show, and he's also been on other NBA coverage for ESPN. The source of this was Ryan Young from Yahoo Sports. So, Mario, I'm going to start off with this, okay? Because I know a lot of people. This is rather controversial because we live in a world where it's like you do this, it's not really a big deal. Then in comparison to back then, if this was a thing, it would probably be a big deal. I don't know. That's just how some people think. But look, I understand why they did it. Okay, you got to be professional, especially if you're on social media. You got to be professional about it. But Paul, can I ask you a question, man? Can I please live with you for a couple of days, please? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I wouldn't actually. Yeah, I probably would. Well, let's just stay professional about this, all right? I understand why ESPN did it. Well, Paul, man, if you're gonna do this, I'm gonna have a problem with that. I mean, you live in your damn best life, man. Go for it. But knowing that you work for, the top sports program in the world, ESPN, especially when you work for a company like Walt Disney, Walt Disney is very, very strict on that stuff. Walt Disney is known for being a kid-friendly company. They make all these kid shows like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and all these other things. So they're known for being kid-friendly. And Walt Disney owns ESPN, so you gotta be very, very professional what you do. I don't have a problem with Paul Pierce hanging out with strippers. I mean, that's none of my business. And personally, I'd love to spend a day with Paul Pierce if that's what's going to happen. But you can't be putting on Instagram, dude. You can't, especially when you work for you. I mean, if you're with the Celtics, that's probably going to be less of an issue because, like I said, everybody does. Most athletes do that, and no one gives a damn. A lot of athletes post how they're having. Well, when COVID isn't a thing, they post about how they're at parties, they drink, they smoke, they all these girls. It's not an issue with a team. Me personally, I don't think it's a big deal. But when you're working for a company like ESPN who's owned by Walt Disney, you got to be very, very careful. You know what I mean? That's a corporate company that's owned by a very kid friendly company. So you got to be very, very careful what you post on there. As for what the future holds for Paul Pierce, personally, I don't know. ESPN didn't say anything about this, and I think Paul Pierce said something on Instagram. He had like a picture that said "smile" on it. I think that was his response to it. I couldn't tell you, but as far as I'm concerned, ESPN has not made a statement about this. But me personally, as a person, I find it really hilarious because he's Paul Pierce and he just does Paul Pierce things. As an analyst, though, I will say just to be professional, you got to be very, very careful what you post out there. I know this isn't the worst thing we've posted, but like I said, when you're working for ESPN, they're very strict on that because you got to remember who they're owned by. So with that being said, best of luck to ESPN moving forward. Best of luck to Paul Pierce in his future endeavor, whatever it is. And Paul, man, hit me up, dog. I want to spend a day with you. You feel me? You already know how it would be. But look, I'm gonna pass it on to you now, Mario.
Yeah, well, first of all, I wish Paul Pierce the best of luck in whatever's next, in his life. If he want, obviously, if he wants to spend time with strippers and like, smoke or drink or whatever, that's none of my business. He let Paul Pierce do what Paul Pierce wants. But yeah, I completely agree with you 100%. When you work for ESPN, the certain things, especially for sports analysts, you really can't do. Like you can't swear. Um, a lot of people, a lot of like analysts ended up leaving ESPN and going to Fox because they said they felt more free. But like again, it's because ESPN has a certain standard because they're known for being, they're known for they're owned by Disney and Disney is owned as being kid friendly, like you said. Um, As for Paul Pierce, look, did he enjoy NBA countdown and the jump? Yeah, probably. Okay. Does he need it? No, no. The dude's a damn millionaire. Like he doesn't need
He's
it.
Paul freaking Pierce.
Yeah, exactly. Look, whatever he wants to do with his life, let him do it. You know, I don't think we should be like looking at Paul Pierce like in a bad way. You know, many athletes have admitted like I like going to what do you call it? I like going to strip clubs. Floyd Mayweather, that's the one thing he loves to do. Is he has his own? I think he has his own strip club or whatever like that. So like whatever they decide to do, let like that's their business. It's not ours. But they also have to realize the type of situation that they're in, which might not allow them to end up doing the types of things that they want to do. For instance, when COVID was going on, right, and the NBA had that COVID policy, you've seen a lot of players get reprimanded for going to clubs because they weren't
Right,
allowed
yeah.
to
They're
because
not allowed to.
it was part of the protocol. Um, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. It's
I know
certain
James
things
Harden
like
was a part of some of those.
yeah,
I know
right. But
Dwayne
like
Haskins
certain
was too.
like NFL, I know when you sign certain contracts or whatever, you're not allowed to do certain things. That might be dangerous. Like that might be like bungee jumping or skydiving over. You're not allowed to do those things because it's a danger to your health. So that stuff I do understand. We all like to have fun, but it's all a matter of what situation are you in, and you got to make that choice. Which is why we always say make the right choices. This is an example of one right here. Paul Pierce, he decided to have a fun day. Where strippers and drinks and smoking, whatever it is. Um, Ended up posting on Instagram Live, which is probably the choice that he shouldn't have made, is posting on Instagram Live. And I'll say this too. I felt bad for one person. I felt bad for Nate was Rachel Nichols, and the reason why is because Rachel Nichols' name was brought into it, and she had nothing to do with it. Because somebody said where Rachel Nichols at, or somebody texted that on the Instagram Live. So I feel bad for her. I hope they don't do nothing to her. Considering the fact that she wasn't part of that. She wasn't part of that report, or she was not report. She wasn't part of the situation that went on. So I hope that ESPN doesn't cost her job, because she is very good at her job. She's very good at interviews. She's very good at giving out news, reporting about the news. So she is a very good asset to the NBA as far as reporting and everything like that. So I hope they don't cost her job. But look, this is just another example of make the right choices. Whatever you do, whatever you guys decide to do in your free time, that's up to you. We can't judge you for any of that. But you also got to realize, like, look, if I'm part of something, I need to realize what I can and cannot do. You know. So with that being said, I wish Paul Pierce the best of luck. Most likely, Paul. You know what? I could definitely see Paul Pierce working for like Fox News, Fox Sports. I can definitely not Fox News. What am I saying? Fox Sports. I could definitely see him working for Fox Sports. Going from ESPN to Fox. I could definitely see that happen. Or go working for CBS or ABC, whatever it might be, TNT. I could definitely see it. So with that being said, I wish Paul Pierce the best of luck. Hopefully he like kind of learned from this and he realizes like, look, if I get another job, I can't be going on live with strippers and alcohol and smoking. I can't be doing that. But so with that being said, I wish Paul Pierce the best of luck.